Whitney Way Thor went off for her annual sabbatical to France, but will she miss her friend Buddy Bell's wedding? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like up. The My Big Fat Fabulous Life star won't be back for about another week, and TLC fans didn't miss the fact that he ties the knot soon. Whitney Way Thor visited Paris, the UK, and returned to France. When fans saw the MBFFL star in Paris again, some of them wondered if she traveled with fat girls traveling. At the time, it seemed unlikely. However, she started posting travel with Whitney style headlined social media posts. So possibly she did, or she decided to do something similar. Later, she went over to the UK. Whitney Way Thor popped up in London, UK, where she went sightseeing with a friend. My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans encouraged her to visit Scotland and other places. However, she didn't stay very long. In fact, it looked like she only did a night or two in the big city. Then the next thing, she seemed to be back in France. Is that going to make her miss Buddy Bell's wedding? MBFFL Whitney Way Thor cuts it fine with Buddy Bell's wedding. On Reddit, TLC fans discussed the possibility that Buddy Bell might tie the knot while his ex-bestie is running around France. So an OP asked, is she going to miss Buddy's wedding? Surely she would not have scheduled an extended international vacation coinciding with her Boo Bear's wedding, especially knowing this wedding has been planned for over a year. Some fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life hoped that she would miss the wedding. After all, she might be in a snit. One person said that Whitney Way Thor probably thinks of him as her boyfriend. Remember, she stole a kiss from him once. Meanwhile, another person wrote, Courtney wouldn't let her take over the planning and certainly did not ask her to be a bridesmaid or have any part in it at all. So Whit probably is having a snit fit and gnawing at every croissant in Paris. Dissing the wedding? At least a few critics think that Whitney Way Thor might not care about the wedding of Buddy Bell. One of them said, unless Buddy is marrying here, I don't think she would even care. I wonder if she can't handle it, so she planned a vacation as an excuse, sorta like Jim on The Office when Pam was getting married. I think Buddy getting married bothers her a lot more than we realize. Are you surprised that the MBFFL star seems to have extended her stay in Europe? Will Whitney Way Thor miss Buddy Bell's wedding? If she does, do you think that will bother him? Let us know in the comments below, and watch My Big Fat Fabulous Life on Tuesdays on TLC. For years, Whitney Way Thor and Buddy Bell had been inseparable, their friendship serving as a cornerstone of the hit reality show My Big Fat Fabulous Life. From laughter-filled dance rehearsals to heart-to-heart conversations over cups of coffee, they had weathered life's ups and downs together, emerging stronger and more resilient with each passing day. But as Buddy's wedding day approached, rumors began to swirl that Whitney was less than thrilled about his impending nuptials. Whispers of jealousy and resentment filled the air, leaving fans to wonder if their friendship was on the brink of collapse. Chapter 2. The Elephant in the Room. As news of Buddy's wedding spread, Whitney found herself grappling with a myriad of conflicting emotions. Though she was happy for her friend and wished him nothing but the best, there was a part of her that couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal that lingered in the air. For Whitney, Buddy's wedding served as a painful reminder of what could have been, a stark contrast to her own struggles with love and relationships. And as she watched him pledge his love to another woman, she couldn't help but wonder if their friendship would ever be the same again. Chapter 3. A Friendship in Turmoil. As Buddy's wedding day drew nearer, tensions between him and Whitney reached a boiling point, with both parties struggling to navigate the complexities of their relationship in the face of overwhelming pressure. For Whitney, the thought of attending Buddy's wedding felt like a betrayal of her own feelings, a concession to societal expectations that she wasn't ready to make. But for Buddy, Whitney's absence from his wedding day felt like a slap in the face, a rejection of the bond they had shared for so many years. And as he grappled with feelings of hurt and resentment, he couldn't help but wonder if their friendship was beyond repair. Chapter 4. The Fallout. In the aftermath of Buddy's wedding, rumors began to swirl that Whitney had intentionally snubbed the event, choosing to prioritize her own feelings over her friend's happiness. for fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life. The revelation was a bitter pill to swallow, a stark reminder of the fragility of even the strongest of friendships. As social media lit up with messages of disappointment and anger, Whitney found herself facing the wrath of those who had once been her staunchest supporters. For many, the betrayal cut deep, leaving them questioning whether they could ever trust her again. Chapter 5. Reconciliation or Estrangement? As the dust began to settle, the question on everyone's mind was whether Whitney and Buddy would be able to mend fences and move forward, or if their friendship was doomed to crumble under the weight of resentment and mistrust. For Whitney, the road to redemption would be long and arduous, requiring a humility and introspection that she had never before been forced to confront. But if there was one thing she had learned from her tumultuous journey, it was that the bonds of friendship were worth fighting for, no matter the cost. And as she reached out to Buddy in a gesture of reconciliation, she knew that their friendship would always be a part of who they were, no matter where the future led them. Chapter 6. Lessons Learned. As fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life reflected on Whitney and Buddy's tumultuous journey, they were reminded of the importance of communication and understanding in the face of conflict. In a world where misunderstandings could tear even the strongest of bonds apart, they were reminded to cherish the relationships that mattered most, and to never take for granted the love and support of those who stood by their side through thick and thin. And as they continued to follow the lives of their favorite reality stars, they knew that the road ahead would be filled with twists and turns, triumphs and tribulations. But through it all, they remained hopeful that Whitney and Buddy would one day find their way back to each other, their friendship stronger and more resilient than ever before.